What is going on, and welcome to another episode of the Urban Pitch Podcast, the beautiful game of life, part of the Believe Network. I'm Ramsey Abushala, editor of urbanpitch.com. Today, it's a very special day today. We got my co-host, as always, director of vibes himself, Julio Monterosa.
We got some toxic people on today.
Yeah, we got some
toxicness.
Julio and I were talking about this earlier. We really need to raise our standards here. At the
so today we have the most wonderful, most toxic, leaves you on red, Brigitte!
Yeah, we got Brigitte Flores in the building.
Hey,
we got a special guest co-host.
I'm back.
Yeah, we got a very special guest co-host. At this point, we're just letting anybody on the show.
Honestly,
you know what I mean? Like
our level's going down.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for me, I wouldn't be out here. So you're welcome.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think
so. No, after the podcast, Ramsey and I talked about. I was like, "Who's the worst employee that had worked with you?" Like, Brigitte by far.
Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
So I mean, we talked about so. Shout out to all the loyal listeners of the Urban Pitch Podcast. One of our first episodes, we had Gilbert and Brigitte on the show. It was a good time. It was a good time. When we talked about the days at Urban Futsal where, Brigitte was, we were down bad. We needed someone at the front desk really bad. And she was our last option. We did 6 interviews. I was there. We had great candidates, Ivy League graduates, but they ended up having other stuff going on. So we weren't able to get them, so we had to settle for Brigitte.
UC
UC Riverside. UC Riverside. That's.
Shout out to my Highlanders.
I went to University of California, Riverside. But you know what I mean. But shout out to the Inland Empire. But we were talking about how Brigitte was always late. She wouldn't do the necessary tasks required of her. She was always asking me to do the things. But at the end of the day, she brings a good vibe. You know what I mean? That's why we keep her around.
Yeah, I do.
So that's why she's here today. But we're excited to have Brigitte back.
If anything, I've heard a lot of comments from people telling me like, "Oh, where's the bass at? You were always great with the music. You always made me feel so welcome."
She was, first of all, you were not on iPad duty. I was on the play. I was making that playlist.
No, it wasn't your play. I'd have to switch it up. I would play FIFA's music. I would play local LA artists. People would be like, "Who is that? That's a banger." I'm like, "You're welcome," because I was putting people on.
Local LA artists like Tailgate.
Honestly, I wasn't getting paid for what I was doing. I was part-time DJ, part-time register, checking people in, part-time vibes. Like, come on. I'm like the executive director of vibes. He's the director of vibes.
You're getting
First
a little...
of all, who brought this girl here?
Yeah. All right.
Honestly.
Anyways, we're getting a little off track here.
This is the first person we kicked out.
Yeah. We might send her home. She showed up a little bit late today. The traffic is bad in LA. Traffic is bad today.
Super bad.
Yes.
I guess the Rams are playing today.
Yeah.
The Rams
so
are
people
playing
can't
today,
drive.
so you're trying to get
tough.
to the football game.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, but what's going on with y'all? What's new? What's new? We haven't seen you on the show in a while. What's new with you, Brigitte? What's going on?
Yeah, not much. I've just been hustling at work. School's been back in session this week, so
Back to school
vibes is out here this whole week. It's been good though. I have a different position in my job. I love the work that I do, and I am really excited to start this year. But it's been a lot of like behind the scenes work to get everybody ready to start school, be prepared to work with the kids, and just continue to like share love and help the communities that we work with grow. So
I was meaning more like, were you checking out some LAFC games? We care about
and at the same time, that's literally, I'm telling you, I've been doing that 24/7. But I've also made time to be at the LAFC games, definitely the Angel City FC games for sure. Just trying to keep up, making sure that I'm doing my part in supporting both, because I'm a huge fan of both teams, and it's always a vibe. It's so much fun, the atmosphere, the energy, and most importantly, always supporting anything that us women out here are doing.
Yeah. Today's episode is brought to you by Bet Online. Bet Online is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports, contests, and events with first-to-market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. Bet Online continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to Bet Online today, or use your mobile device to join and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50, that's BLEAV50, to to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online where the game starts. Now, I asked that because, I saw a video. There was a video of a fight last Tuesday at the LAFC game. Bridget, if you zoom in really close, you see Bridget right in the center of that fight.
No.
Yeah, she's egging people on. She's throwing water bottles at people. Like, I've seen that.
I would never.
Yeah, but obviously we're just kidding. Bridget was.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Yeah, but another fight on the LAFC game. Like, what's going on? What's going on? I mean, y'all the LAFC people here. Like, what's going on with the LAFC fans? Why is this happening continuously?
It was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
Turn up Tuesday.
It was Taco Tuesday.
Try me Tuesday.
Try me Tuesday.
That's what it was.
Try Jesus, not me, because I
Somebody got tried, and
but I mean, so
no, but it ruins the experience for the people that go with their family, because it is besides that little ruckus that happened. I see a lot of people bring their families, their kids, so that's never a good look.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can't tell you, or we can't tell you, like, why people make decisions to, like, have arguments or have fights at games like that. It's really, it just ruins it for everybody, for sure. But some people, sometimes, mixing alcohol and being out and, like, getting, into altercations.
People wake up in the morning and they look to fight.
Yeah.
Shout out to Drake. Hennessy and enemies is one.
But
we'll have a mixture.
Yo, so I was on the freeway the other day and the freeway was closed off, and this dude was getting out of his car and talking to the dude behind him. Like, and I at first thought that they were friends, because like he kept doing it like over and over again. But then, like, I lowered my window just to, like, see what this guy was like.
Metido.
Like, bro,
Nosy
is
ass.
it like is it like, are people in LA a little bit like, it's been hot the last few days or the last few months, really? Like 2-3 weeks of straight. I mean, I'm in the valley, so it's like hundreds, but out here maybe like low 90s. But I mean, is it the heat? Like, what's going on in LA? Like, why are people hot-blooded right now? Yeah.
I mean, what can we say, Julio?
Joe Byron.
Take me out to dinner.
Hey, but chicken wings, I saw chicken wings are back to the pre-pandemic prices.
Yes. Oh,
so
he's doing something good.
Shout out to Sleepy Joe. Shout out to Sleepy Joe. He's bringing down those chicken
Gas prices are going down.
Are they?
Yeah, they're like 20 cents.
That could be why people are mad. Gas prices have people messed up.
They got me messed up.
Yeah, you got a debate on going somewhere. Like,
I seen.
Like, do I really want to go?
Do I really like that girl? Nah.
Is she really worth it?
That's like 20 miles. Hell no.
The second it gets over 60, I'm like angry. Like it
ain't right.
It ignites like just like this. I pushed down, I think, a lot of hate inside of me. So I have this like,
Were you hugged as a kid?
We could tell.
What's that?
Were you hugged as a kid?
I thought, I'm not even going to say what I thought you said, but I was hugged as a child. What
did you think I said?
Parents. It wasn't hugged. It wasn't hugged, but it was something else. But yeah. So I mean, shout out to my parents. No, that was on you. That was
like a really intense moment. I'm sorry.
No. But
it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I don't know what's going on.
Hey, little Ramsey.
Because the Angel City games, the vibe is completely different.
Yeah, it is.
The vibe is completely different.
Angel City is more like, honestly, like
super inclusive.
Bring the whole family. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's way more. Is it safe to? Is it like accurate to say that it's more inclusive than LAFC games?
I think so. I mean, I think that there's a lot. Like when I went to the home opener, like the first game out here, for me as a female, as like a Latina, as born and raised in LA, being there, I felt that energy where it was just like, oh my God, like this is beautiful, this is amazing. Like we have women out here playing the sport, representing LA. It felt so good. Like the energy felt great. You could tell like everyone was there to just cheer on the team and like be together and like be there for each other. And I feel like at LAFC you definitely get that as well, but there's like competitiveness and like you could tell like if you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, something's gonna happen. And then in Angel City it's like, oh no, you're good. No, you're good. Like it's like it's really
that's why we stay away from like that area, stay in the Figueroa.
Right. Yeah. Julio stays in the Figueroa. Like I see him and he has his press pass on, but he's never in the press box, bro. This dude is in Fit
Fit
Club
Club.
all day.
You can see the game there like better than.
The views are
The
the views.
angle is better
It's the
from
views. The views
that's right.
are better.
That's
I think.
the sole reason.
No, honestly, like Angel, like when I'm in the press box, it's like everybody's out here just like really intense, really quiet.
Yeah.
I want to say a joke. Like,
He's not built for the press box.
not built for the press box, but I go to Figueroa, watch the girls game. Angel City has been playing.
They've
great soccer.
been turning it up.
Shout out to Didi, our first host.
Yeah, so they're
And she's balling.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
is.
so they played tonight. They just they drew with Kansas City, who's been hot. Kansas City's been hot, but last couple games, I mean, they beat Tigres in their
International
the
friendly.
international friendly, which I think is awesome. I think more and more you're starting to see that going on in the NWSL. They beat Chicago on Sunday, and then today, Friday. They tied. They drew with Kansas City.
You think they're gonna make it to the playoffs?
It's tough because they're currently. I need to see the shakeup with the standings after the game tonight. But they're on the outside looking in. They're in 7th, but it's a logjam. So plenty. I mean, there's plenty of time left for them. They just need to keep winning. They need to keep winning. It's gonna be a packed September schedule. They had a game rescheduled because of COVID. So they're gonna have a lot of games in September. But I think. With the way the team's playing, they're starting to gel a little bit. We'll see. Shout out to the Above the Clouds podcast. I was listening to them today. They're still not. They're not sold on Freya Coombe. But I think the way the team's playing, they're on the up. They're getting better. So you like to see that trend. Hopefully, we can see that going.
They have a new GM as well.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of a shakeup. Eniola Aluko. And Angela Hucleys, who I interviewed for a previous piece on urbanpitch.com, but she's now the new GM. I think Eni Aluko is moving on. I forget the exact position that she's at now, but so they're shuffling up some stuff in the front office. But Bridget, I want to ask you this because Julio and I, we have
No means no.
Keep it
How are you
PG.
gonna ruin that? How are you
Keep
gonna
it PG,
ruin?
please.
No. So I'm not even gonna address that comment because what?
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move past that because
Damn you, tequila.
So Julio and I, as you mentioned, as you just saw from that previous comment, we bring. We're obviously two men.
Yes.
We don't. We support the women's game as much as we can, but we don't have the perspective of being a woman, being a female athlete, and as you grew up playing sports, playing soccer, especially, what is your take on Angel City and what they have brought to especially LA, but to the women's soccer landscape across the country as a whole? What's your take on that? Because I think it's important to have different voices. That's why I make jokes, but that's why we bring you on the show.
Of course,
because we appreciate.
Because I'm OG, and people love me.
Okay, all right. Let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
All right.
person-
So
The person we want to cancel, you're here.
Stop
just enjoy
lying.
it.
I saw myself on the notes. I was in there.
But yeah. So what's your take on all that?
Oh man, I think this question embodies so much of such a way longer conversation. I could definitely do a whole day and more, if anything. But I think
Just give us
that
5 minutes.
to keep it short, I think that whatever happens this season for Angel City, they have to be super proud of just the energy and the empowerment that they have brought to LA. Growing up, I didn't have the opportunity to see, professional women playing soccer. I had no mentor within that, and I think that if I had someone like that, or if I had an opportunity to just hear or go to a game where there's women playing professionally in the soccer realm, I feel that would have empowered me to work 10 times
so you would
harder.
have gone pro if Angel City.
I definitely feel if I would have had that inspiration, it would have driven me to work for it. But
Julio's making faces.
I know it gets all the time. No, but that is true though. How do you feel the fan base are bringing in almost a packed stadium all the time?
Yeah.
It's crazy, especially for women's sports. I believe that they are one of the higher selling teams.
Yeah, I mean, so they have the highest attendance in NWSL by far. And I mean, the results on the pitch, aren't there yet.
Yeah.
It's their first year.
But
You know
it's
what I
like
mean?
the culture that they're bringing, the energy.
Exactly.
Like
Definitely.
they're starting something that we didn't have before, especially for sports, especially for women in sports,
Right.
and especially in LA. And
Yeah.
I like it's empowering because you can now start identifying like professional women who play in LA to students or like young people or like young girls that are in like club or academy or like
Definitely.
playing, you know, in like small leagues, letting them like, hey, you know, you could be the next, you know, Angel City player playing for LA. And like, that's super like empowering and it's super motivating. And that's something that I definitely didn't have growing up. And I wish I did. And even going to the Angel City games now, like seeing the fan base, seeing like the love, the supporter section, seeing them just like warming up before they start their match it's super dope. And I get so inspired and I'm just like, I'm there to just watch their game. But even then it's like super inspiring and like, it's fun. And I can't wait to see, you know, like the kind of influence that's going to bring in the near future.
Yeah, and you saw, I mean, there's that whole thing with the first guy who broke, I think it was the 4-minute mile, right? So it hadn't been done ever. Like, I don't know when this was, but so the first guy who broke it, you know, that they thought it was an impossible barrier to break. And so one guy broke it, and then like months later, or like, you know what I mean? So it had never been done before. Then the first guy broke it, and then pretty soon after, 2 or 3 other people broke it too. So it's like the barriers, if you see that barrier being broken, it's easier to break.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%.
So if you're able to see these, you know, amazing athletes do their thing, especially in your own backyard, especially, you know, here in LA, then it's only going to lead to the continuation of the game to grow. Right?
Yeah. Breaking barriers, creating that, you know, creating opportunities for generations to come. I think that's everything that Angel City stands for. And wherever their season goes, like I said, they're already making, like, they're already planting small seeds of like hope and motivation and inspiration for the next generation of Angel City future soccer players.
So what position, like where would you have gone instead of, would you have played D1? Like what was going on? If Angel City was here, you know, 10 years ago when you were in high school, like what do you think your path would have been? Do you think you would have seen that as a possible growth or like a possible thing to reach? Or are you still, you know, just sticking it out and playing club in college?
Well, that's the thing. I think for me, it was the lack of resources, lack of like having anyone tell me like you can get there. For me, like growing up, obviously my parents, you know, are immigrants. They didn't have the understanding of like what was like accessible to me, especially for someone who loved soccer as like a female. For them, it was just like all education. But if someone would have told me like you can work your ass off and like get to a D1 school and play soccer for them, and then from there get recruited and go into the professional realm, like I would have done that. I would have worked my ass off for that. I feel like when it comes to things that I'm passionate about and that I care about, I work 10 times like for it. So I think if I would have had just like one person or like a resource try to like navigate me towards that, I definitely would have made it. But things happen for a reason and I love what I do, and maybe my like goal and my meaning in my purpose in life is to like get the young kids that I work with to that space, which would be super dope to see too.
So you got to set up the future generation.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
That's what Julio's all about too.
Yeah.
The future.
He's all about the future. Yeah.
Julio little kids.
We're gonna have a whole little soccer team of Julios.
Yeah. There might be some out there. You
Yeah,
know?
who knows?
Who knows?
If you're out there, let us know.
Yeah. Oh, I think Julio would have heard by now if there were some little Julios out there.
I think Julio knows. He
He
just doesn't tell
we're
us.
gonna give him nightmares. No, we're gonna give him nightmares.
Hey, next topic. So what do you think about LAFC? How is LAFC
Yeah. So-
doing this season?
So
man.
let's
shout out to my kids.
Love y'all.
Let's shift over to LAFC because besides them getting into fights, you know, every other match, they're running away with the MLS table right now.
What a team. No
I
Bill,
know.
no Kalini.
No problem.
I think they just brought motivation.
Yeah.
They were just like, we're going to have, okay, let's go. Let's show them what we're made of. I feel like they haven't even had an opportunity to like set the tone of who they are as players, but they've set the tone for the whole team. And I think that that's something that like gave them that push to like continue to push, you know, their the dynamic that they have and to like win every game and to do their best as like much as possible.
I
when they're on
believe
the
every
pitch.
forward they have has scored.
Yeah.
Jennings, Vela.
Well, they got rid of Musovski though. They got
I
rid of
know.
Danny. They got
I
rid of
know.
Moose.
Moose.
Yeah. Shout out to Moose.
That
though.
hurt a
He's-
little
yeah,
bit.
yeah,
That
yeah.
hurt.
You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know,
We knew it, though.
he'll thrive wherever he goes.
Yeah.
But
He will.
It was nice to have him. You know, be able to watch him. But shout out to Moose.
He needed a team to give him more playing time.
Yeah.
He deserved more playing time.
Yeah.
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 And it was just hard with all that firepower we had.
Yeah. So, okay, so we're heading into the final stretch of the season. I think there's something like 9 as of today, Friday. There's 9 games
You
left.
think they're gonna break the 80 points?
So if they what would you rather have though? Would you rather have them break the record that they had originally set that New England broke
Yes.
last season? Would you rather have that and no title, or have them win the title without the supporter shield?
Title.
So what happens to you both as LAFC fans if LAFC wins the supporter shield again, but does not they falter in the playoffs? What does that mean to you? Does that mean, because obviously the playoffs is unique to MLS or the US sports culture, right? We always have to have playoffs, whereas in England, South America, wherever in Europe, the regular season title is like the most important thing, and then you have Champions League
Definitely.
to be as playoffs. So obviously the supporter shield, while it means something,
We have one already. Let's go for the championship.
you know, so
think-
so what does that mean for you guys? What do you
Slow
think?
and steady wins the race. Slow and steady. I feel like they have to keep their eyes on the bigger prize, which is the title. And if they get the supporter shield, that's obviously going to be a bonus. But
First to one, baby.
First one. Shout out to the
to the haters,
asinine first to one. You know, we're sticking with it here. You know,
That's
it was
what
it was a
is.
mistake. It was a misspeak. You know, but I mean, we're not perfect. We can't all bat 1,000. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Everybody makes mistakes. Come on, it was our first episode.
First episode.
Very first episode.
Very first episode.
All of a sudden, this dude's a meme, and now the Galaxy are what, in like 6th place,
Ooh,
7th place. You know?
7th.
Don't mess with me.
So, all right, okay. So hear this out. There's a chance that we get a Galaxy LAFC playoff matchup.
It's happened before.
I've heard.
It has happened before. What happened? I don't know what happened last time.
LAFC won.
I'm setting you up here.
I know, but
I do know obviously. What happened.
I'm a reborn again Christian. So like
He's all about forgiveness or
all
what?
forgiveness. All forgiveness.
Why are you? Who are you forgiving though?
The Galaxy fans for all the hate they brought this way. I love y'all.
So okay, so all right. So would you rather have a LAFC LA Galaxy matchup? In, like, obviously, I mean, beating the Galaxy in the playoffs means a lot, but does it mean anything if you end up without a title?
No, it does not. It doesn't
means
mean
nothing.
anything.
I feel like at this point they just have to.
Especially with the roster they have.
Yeah.
Title or bust.
So what happens if they don't win? What happens if they don't win?
I deactivate my Instagram for like a few days.
We go out off the map.
You become a USL Championship fan, right? Yeah.
Oakland roots all the way, baby. Let's go, Oakland.
Dang, yeah. That'd be hard. That'd be a hard like L to take for sure.
So is it? So we're obviously in the realm of make or break seasons, right? The pressure that lives up to, because I'm sure the players feel that too. If you know, we as fans identify that.
Yeah.
What do you want to see out of your team here, the final stretch before playoffs, and then into the playoffs? What do you want to see from them?
Healthy. I just want them to be healthy. I know they have Bale and Cleany for load management.
Load management. Yep.
Probably a little hurt. But I just want them to be healthy. Just like being healthy. If they come with a healthy roster to playoffs, there's no team that can beat LAFC.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
No team.
We got a great defense, great center mids, great forwards.
Hey man,
Great goalie.
anything can happen though. 90 minutes, anything can happen.
Exactly.
So to me, that's what
That's why healthiness. It's gotta be healthy.
But okay, so hear me out here, because there's a lot of criticism about the playoff system because soccer is such a random sport. You know, we've all seen games where one team completely dominates the entire game.
Yes.
You know, they can't finish, and then all of a sudden, you know, you get one counterattack, one corner where all of a sudden it's so random, one team scores. It's 1-0, possession's like 70-30, you know, it's
Yeah.
like 15 shots to 2.
Penalties.
Or even it goes into penalties. You saw last year, Real Salt Lake. They won without a shot on goal. So the soccer is too random of a sport to rely on a playoff system. What do you think about making the supporter shield, like in Europe, be the overall goal, and have the playoffs be like a secondary thing? Or are we too ingrained in American sports culture?
I think we're too ingrained, and it brings excitement.
Yeah.
Cinderella stories always come up.
I agree. You know what I mean?
8th place,
I agree.
making it to the final, like now you're rooting for the 8th place team. Like they had a bad start of the season. They came together at the end, and look at the run they're making.
Right. It's not the best team that wins. It's the hottest team.
Yes.
Right?
Same thing with the World Cup. Like when the World Cup comes around, it's usually like you see all these big teams, and then always that one small team that makes noise, and everybody becomes a fan.
Yeah, Russia. I think Russia was in the semis in 2018, but that was like some home cooking. They had some home cooking. I don't know. They had some. I mean, come on.
Putin.
Name one dude on Russia. Name one Russian national team player.
Putin.
Yes, you're right. Putin. He's the up and coming guy. I think he's with Ajax, right? Yeah, he's in the academy. He's looking to make a move to Real Madrid. Yeah, you're right. I think I know who you're talking about.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Taking over everywhere.
So playoffs, it's playoffs or nothing, right? Yeah. I think I agree with you.
I love playoffs.
Because
we got to put it out there. If we're like doubting them, it's not going to happen. We got to put it out there.
Yeah. And people like the purists who kind of, talk crap about MLS, they'll say, playoffs is whack. It should be, how it's done in the Premier League or in La Liga or whatever. But, why can't we have our own thing? You know what I mean? Like, why can't we
bring back shootouts?
Because, for real though, maybe that's a little bit out there, but I think soccer culture in America, we should stop trying to be like South America or Europe. You know what I mean?
Just have our own thing.
My biggest pet peeve is like the chants, we're copying European, like the U.S. national team chants are some of the wackest things
I believe that we
you know what I mean? So to me, because it's not authentic, you know what I mean? It's like we're trying to be like European because we think that the standard is European soccer.
Yes.
Which to an extent it is. But why can't we have our own thing? We're the core of being Americans, is individualism.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And I'm proud to
for
be
better or for worse.
American.
For better or for worse.
This feels like
We're
the
at least
presidential.
Okay, we're not singing on this podcast.
This
We're not
feels like
singing
a presidential speech. Ramsey for
for
president.
president.
U.S. soccer president, Carlos Cordero, get out of here.
Get outta here.
Get out of here.
Here
How are you
comes
going to run for
Ramsey.
president after resigning, bro?
Ramsey's down with the. Never mind. When Malibu was on it. Ramsey down with the.
I'm B-R-I-G up in this, you know what I mean? But I got the red, white, and blue jersey. Shout out to Football
Basically.
Boutique.
Shout out
all
to
three of
shout
us.
out to
All
Football
three of us in the
Boutique.
Football
Shout out
Boutique
Football
kids.
For the fashion.
Yeah. But
They're worth 20% more now than we were.
yeah, exactly.
You're
This is
welcome.
game worn.
Game worn.
kits.
These are going to be up and display.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We're framing these.
Yeah.
That's my frame of thought. It's not bad to, people, there's so much self-loathing when it comes to American soccer. You know what I mean? Like, soccer
It's
here
not the
sucks.
greatest. Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? We should embrace, I was talking to the Cooligans, shout out to Alexis and Christian, a while ago. They told me, there's a saying, I don't know from where, but it's like the grapes are sour, but there are grapes when it comes to wine. You know what I mean? So it's like, obviously we have a long ways to go. In terms of like a top level professional league, MLS is so much younger. We're talking to Club 11 last week.
Yeah,
compared to the Premier League, we're 27 years old. You know what I mean? So we have plenty of time to grow. Why can't we just embrace what we have?
We're still finding ourselves.
Instead of that self-loathing, instead of saying FMLS and saying all this, I'm not going to watch this.
We'll get there.
You got to support your home team. Like if you want your I don't know. It's
Let's
important.
go
to be
LAFC, baby. Woo. Only real LA team.
It's important to be critical because there are things about MLS that are flawed. You know what I mean?
Carson.
There are. Carson. I don't know. Okay, so I don't know about that. There are some things that are flawed about MLS.
No, I'm
right?
joking.
And I'm not
Don't
saying,
come for him,
I'm not
don't come
saying
for
I
him.
love you guys.
to blindly support MLS, right? Because you have to point out the criticism. You have to like be critical of it to improve it. You'll have to
Definitely.
want MLS to improve.
It's only 27 years old. Like, give it some time.
Right.
Most of the leagues are like 100 years old. And we made a lot of improvement in 27 years. We went from being a retirement league to now we're shipping out all these young Americans, bringing these young South Americans. So the level has gotten way better than what it was.
Right.
You're not watching UCLA, all UCLA playing in the league. Starters, bench, and everybody. Like it's a league now. You got people that European teams come and watch us to find the gems that we have here to take to.
Yeah, Julio's
Europe.
just mad that UCLA didn't make the UCLA team.
Ballers.
some feelings over there.
Yeah, there's some feelings. But speaking of U.S. soccer, let's continue in U.S. soccer. The 2022 World Cup is coming up, obviously, and we're starting to get into kit drop season, which is the best time of the year for as far as I'm concerned. We have obviously the European leagues are dropping their new kits, but now the World Cup kits, which I like. I'm a big national team kit guy. You know what I mean? So I love national team jerseys. I love the expression, the connection to the countries, the history, and all that. The U.S.
Who dropped the ball?
The side.
U.S. national kit.
Dropped the
U.S.
ball.
team national kit. So we've had some pretty good jerseys. Like
The wall,
okay. I mean, so I'm talking about recently.
It's a favorite.
You know, so the current home jersey with the Nike sportswear logo, and it's plain. I mean, it's simple. I like simple. I think simple is okay. I think if done right, it's good. The away jersey is a little bit more out there. They have like the candy cane stripes, which I didn't like at first, but I think have grown on me. The 2022 jersey leaked this week, and it's made its rounds across social media, and I think it's all but confirmed. It's been all but confirmed.
Yeah, Timothy
Weah was talking about it.
that.
Weston McKennie has been talking about it.
Timothy.
What are your guys' thoughts? I'll let you guys go first because I have some thoughts on these. You guys go first.
First of all, Timothy Weah, a guy that came in the podcast. Funniest response I've seen.
Yeah.
He said, we as mad as you guys.
He's like, I didn't even know.
We as mad as you guys. Like, it's horrible. I like plain, I think, but this one's a little bit too plain for my taste. It's just a white tee with the U.S. logo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Very basic.
Yeah. So I mean,
Ramsey about
the current jersey is basically that too right now, right? It's a white jersey, round neck, Nike sportswear logo with the red and blue stripes going down the sides.
Yeah.
But it looks good. You know, you can make simple look good. This looks like it. I mean, there's no swoosh in the middle, so I think that kind of throws things off. To me, it looks like, you know, so you can get I think it's on Fanatics, and shout out to Fanatics because they do their thing, but. They have NBA jerseys, like Lakers jerseys that aren't Nike Lakers jerseys, but they're Fanatics. So they have the licensing rights so they're officially licensed, but they don't have. It's like it looks like it's bootleg, but it's not bootleg. It's officially licensed. It might be a little bit cheaper. I don't know for sure, but it's different than the on-court jersey that like LeBron's wearing. But it's still an official Lakers jersey. This is what that U.S. national team looks.
I think they try to go back to like how the '98 World Cup.
Yeah,
jerseys
I mean, so the 2002 kind of Nike Total 90 template, like kind of it does look like that, and I don't think that's a bad look. But the swoosh is on the sleeve; it's not in the middle, so it looks unofficial. It looks like something you'd see at a gas station. You know what I mean? Or like a dude
before the game starts.
Yeah, the dude who's hustling out there.
Shout
out to those guys because those guys are hustling.
They do hustle.
You know, those guys are on their grind.
They probably would have made a better design.
They would have made a better design than that. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, U.S. soccer. I mean, besides and like, there's a handful of jerseys that they've kind of shot for. That they've kind of gone outside the box for. The Waldo kit. I personally think so.
My
I think
favorite.
the Waldo kit, to me, I don't think it's a bad jersey. I think it's a little bit overrated with the hoops going across the side.
The '94 stars.
The denim. You got the denim jersey that
Yes.
Alexi Lalas was rocking in '94. But I think we've done simple so well over the last few years. Even the kit before the current one, where the women's national team won the 2019 World Cup in. That's a simple design. You know what I mean? It's just a plain white jersey with the red and blue accents. You can make simple look good. It just needs to be executed correctly, and I think that's where they missed the mark this year.
I mean, if it's not confirmed, so there's a possibility.
So we're praying. We're praying at this point that this is just the warm-up kits.
Yeah, it definitely does not catch.
Training jersey.
It caught attention, but not for the right reasons.
Right, but I mean, so Nike has made and shout out to the For the Culture podcast. They mentioned this on Twitter. Nike, they've made incredibly like out there designs. Like even the shirt that you're wearing right now is a Nike sportswear design. It's a little bit out there, right? But Nigeria, they've done. I'm saying that looks good. I'm saying you look good, bro.
You're rocking.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby.
I'm here supporting. I'm here to uplift you.
Oh my God. Okay, the bromance.
Thank you, King.
Yeah.
Thank you, King.
I'm here to support my fellow kings.
Thank you,
You know what I'm
King.
saying? Besides,
We kings have to stick
she's trying
together.
to put us down. She's trying to push us down.
We
I didn't
kings
even
gotta
say
stick
anything
together.
bad. I did not say
she
anything
said
bad.
she's trying to get out of it. So,
Yeah, we
I
kings.
said
the same
anyway.
Hey, King. I love you, King.
Yeah, I love you too, bro. But so Nike, they're not afraid to go for it, right? 2018 Nigeria kit, fire. 2020 Nigeria kit, even more
Nigeria
fire.
kit
But
in general,
listen to
they're
me.
always fire.
Listen
It's
to me.
hard.
The 2022 Nigeria jersey is one of the worst jerseys I've ever seen in my life. Okay? I'm going a little Stephen A here. But that's what happens when you go too far out. So you have the US kit on this side of the spectrum.
You're gonna get an emo with like, there's a king that just got divorced.
They're gonna be like, listen, King.
Hey man, if you just give me $1,000, I got 20 mil for you. But okay, so we're doing 1998 jokes over here, but I'm telling you, so you can go too far in the other direction, right?
Yeah.
The Nigeria kit to me is way
And
too
they're always good. Like,
but
they're known for having
2020 and the
great.
2018 fire, absolute fire. This year they swung for it, and kudos to them for going for it. They just missed the mark.
I haven't seen it.
It's you can look it up. We'll put it up.
The
on
lime green colors.
It's like darker than the last few. So it's like a forest green with like lighter green accents. But it's like way too patterned for me at least.
I'm not a fan
So
of
like
like.
too much.
They're just doing too much.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of loud colors like that. But
Yeah.
the Nigerian kid, year after year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been
So and I
hard.
think that
Amazing.
also has to do with like the expectations of the Nigerian
Yes,
kid.
it's always fire.
Right. So this year they missed. I mean, you can't bat 1,000. We mentioned this earlier in the podcast. You know, this is what we call a callback in the industry. Bridget, you know, put it on
Clearly,
the-
okay.
You know what I mean? So you can't bat 1,000.
Drop some knowledge.
Yeah, you know what I
Drop
mean?
some
So-
knowledge.
He said, "Let me
Yeah,
put
just
you
a
on
little
real
spring.
quick."
These guys are seasoned pros.
I could tell.
Yeah, we're like 24 episodes in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Went to Soho House.
You're in your element. I could tell you're in your element.
So yeah. So I mean, when it comes to design, there's
He doesn't even go to family barbecues no more. He's big time.
I missed my brother's birthday, bro. I missed my brother's
Dang.
birthday because we were camping. Actually, is what we were doing.
This guy's big
No,
time.
we were camping and then we went to the Rose Bowl, which we already talked about this. But anyways, but what are some of your so you mentioned the Waldo kit. What are some of your others favorite U.S. national teams?
Oh, the plane, the one, was it 2006 World Cup where they just had a red and blue stripe going down?
Yeah. I don't know if that was. I think that might have been 06. Yeah,
06.
that red and blue stripe going down with the old school badge, right?
It might have been 2010. But whatever, that's
I know
underrated.
what you
mean. Like that one.
That one. Like, that's underrated. Of course, the Waldo's my favorite. I don't read books. I just look at pictures. Waldo.
2017. Okay, so
We need
my
visuals.
humble opinion, 2017 in the Gold Cup when we won the
Oh,
Gold Cup.
yes.
They had the stars going down the sleeves, and they also had the stripes. To me, that's a better version of the Waldo kit. So I think the Waldo kit's good. I like it. But I think that version, 2017, is a step above, in my opinion. But then obviously some others. You mentioned the denim jersey back with Adidas. Adidas had a couple of absolute bangers. They had
Yes.
the ones with like kind of the wavy stripes. The Bomb Pop 2014, I think. With it was the blue with the white and the red.
All right, yeah.
So it looked like that the popsicle. Clint Dempsey, Landon Donovan.
Don't tread on this.
Shout out to Deuce. Shout out to Deuce.
That's why Nike signed me.
Yeah.
Because I got on my grind.
Bro, this guy's out here with quoting Clint Dempsey bars.
Dang.
He's about this.
I'm telling you, bro.
He's
Bro,
about
we
to
need
drop
that
an
Clint
album.
Dempsey EP is what we need. That Deuce EP produced by Swisher House. Like, shout out to Houston Rap, man.
Yeah,
we gotta get that. I mean, we gotta
He
make
needs
this
a
happen.
grill.
Paul Wall, we need a Paul Wall verse on there. We need maybe some Bun B, we need like a
Chameleonaire.
Chameleonaire. We need something. And I'm sure Deuce could do it.
Chingo Bling.
Throw Julio in there.
Nah, I retired. I posted on Instagram about 3 days
You
ago.
said you were gonna come back.
Might come back. I said
Might come back.
I have
Maybe it's
bars.
there. Maybe it's there.
I have bars like Bart without the T and adding the S.
That's a terrible line. That's bad. That's bad.
That's why I retired. It's like,
He's working on it.
working, I'm gonna come back. More bars than jail cells. No?
I mean, that's been
No,
More bars than
he's not a
chocolate?
fan. He's not a fan.
no. You keep going. More bars than Fort Knox.
This guy right
There we
here.
go.
Found my ghostwriter. Shout out Drake.
Shout out to Okay, so let's transition here. So this is a new segment that we wanted to talk about.
Chug a beer. No, not that
No,
segment.
no. We're workshopping
next
that.
one,
We're still workshopping that. But so if y'all have been following, we've been going to these different tailgates across LA. Thankfully, I mean, we've been blessed this year with a lot of, in addition to Angel City showing up on the scene, home opener. Obviously, El Tráfico is always going to be going off, but we've had a couple of unique matchups with Real Juve in the Rose Bowl, the SoFi Leagues Cup showcase. So we were out on the scene, getting the vibes, doing different tailgates. We were talking to fans, and we're going to talk about what the best tailgates in LA are and what we look for in a tailgate, what the best things are, what the worst things are, what kind of food we're looking for, what kind of music we're looking for, what kind of vibes we're looking for. But Brigitte, sorry you weren't there.
I know.
But no, Bridget, have you seen the episodes? I want you to rate us like which ones
are your favorite?
Yeah, which ones are your favorite?
Yeah.
Okay,
Put
so
her on the spot. She hasn't watched these.
She didn't watch us.
I'm like, so first of all, no, I'm just kidding. No, I do watch them for sure, especially during my lunch breaks. Those are
But
like
do you
my
follow
key.
us though?
I do. Listen, I follow, like, comment, subscribe, and
She does not comment.
send them to. Oh, I probably don't comment actually. I've commented like once or twice. Once or twice.
Liar.
Let's see. I think that okay, well, I mean, you didn't post. Did you post the one where you are at the Galaxy game?
No.
No, that didn't make it.
So
The conversation we had about that one was great.
So that one we didn't post, not because Julio got approached by a fan, but because we had audio issues. Roy.
Say first to one more time. Say it, you son of a. I'm like, damn, dude, chill.
We had it was.
Nice.
We were getting approached by LA Galaxy fans. Shout out to them for repping their team.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Good for them.
they're not.
They
It's
always-
not sweet out. It's not sweet. There's nothing sweet.
These streets are dangerous.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So they did what they thought was right. Went up to Julio. He was a fresh meme at the time. This was May. When was this? April? I don't know. It was right at the beginning of the season. It was the first matchup, the first El Tráfico at Carson.
Hey, you.
Yeah.
That's how you
First
know you
one
made
guy.
it. That's how you know you made it.
I guess.
First to one guy, I'm like, hey, thank you, bro. Thank you for stuff.
Yeah.
You're like, thank you, I appreciate it. He's like, nah.
Nah, fuck you.
Yeah. But I mean, so
For the other ones, for
yeah.
sure. I
what about
think
the other ones? That actually aired.
I know. So
She
I
can't
think
even name them, bro. This is sad.
no, I
We're
can't.
going outside.
I think the Real Madrid Juventus one was pretty funny. I thought that one guy that I don't know what he said. Yeah, that one was funny.
Colombian guy, he was.
Colombian
drunk.
did.
He was on one.
Yeah.
And then I would
That
probably
was pretty
say the showcase,
The Leagues Cup.
yeah, the Leagues
So,
Cup.
but more importantly though, because this is echo chamber. We're just talking about what we did.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you look for in a tailgate? What's the best tailgate in LA?
What do I look for? Definitely the music, the food. I think those are two things that like have to be there.
Go into that a little bit more. What kind of music? What kind of food?
If there's a banda, if there's a grupo, I'm there. Like,
She's a firm group fan right there.
dude, I'm
Grupo
a
firme.
Grupo Firme. No,
She's a
Grupo
groupie.
Firme.
I thought that's what you're gonna say.
No, like firm group. Grupo
Yeah.
firme.
Grupo
okay.
Firme.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. If there's banda or a grupo, then I'm in there. Like, I will make friends unless they're of the opposing team.
Should I wear a sombrero?
Bring out the botas. And then food, carne asada, that always hits. I feel like burgers are cool, but they're not the kind of like food you want to look
right.
for.
Carne
It's
asada
like you gotta
for
have the
sure.
carne asada,
That homemade.
the rice, the
guacamole.
beans, the
Right.
aguacate, some tortillas.
Straight up.
I'm getting
A
hungry.
little bit of onion.
Onion, the
cilantro.
jalapenos on there. Dang. Yeah.
So
that's
carne asada
definitely
is the tailgate food for you.
Yes.
I definitely think so. 100%.
Sometimes
What about some shout out to the Korean influence on the Urban Pitch podcast, but what about some kalbi? Because we've had a couple of tailgates that we've done with the kalbi, Korean short ribs on the grill. What about that? What are your
I would
thoughts
not say no to that. I would definitely add
still,
that.
you're taking carne asada over that.
Yeah, I think carne asada always like wins my heart over.
What about
anything.
glizzies? Are we going?
Oh, the glizzies in the East Coast vibes. Sorry,
Yeah,
not
are we
the
going
East Coast.
glizzies at the tailgate? Julio's a big glizzy gobbler.
No, the glizzies
You
are
cannot eat
the
it like this. You gotta eat it sideways.
the glizzies are for post
Come
game.
on.
Post
Post-game, coming out drunk,
Okay.
getting hungry,
Wait.
and you see the glizzies on the outside.
I'm about to go off.
Go ahead.
How the hell are you charging me $10 for those hot dogs? What is wrong with you?
Bro, they charge $10 because they can charge
And they
$10.
take Zelle now
I
or
love you, I
Venmo.
respect you. Y'all know y'all hustling?
$5. Bring back the
$5.
$5 hot dogs.
It's Joe Byron's fault, man. It's
Take me
Joe.
out to dinner.
Yeah. What's up, baby?
My voice is right now. It's gone.
Literally.
He sounds like my
You
dude from
sound
Coney
like-
Island.
Shout out to Joey Byron.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, but yeah.
definitely that. The carne
Okay.
asada.
Yeah. So Julio, what are your thoughts? So who brought? What was the biggest thing for you when it came to those tailgates that we've been to?
The Tomahawks. The Galaxy game. We had Tomahawks.
Oh my goodness, dude.
How good was that?
So yeah, we didn't. That one did not make the air because the aforementioned audio problems. But we had
Class Azul and Tomahawk.
Bro.
Shout out to the Galaxy.
Galaxy fans are eating.
They come
man.
through.
They're doing
They got that. They
Shout
got
out to
that.
Maldonado.
Like,
But yeah, like,
bro, that's that 6-figure salary type meal, bro.
Bro,
We
they
got
had Clase
Wagyu.
Azul
We got
and
Wagyu tomahawk
Clase
steak with the
Azul.
Clase Azul. We're ringing that bell, bro. Like,
bro, it was great.
it was a good.
They
that was
bring
a
the
good-
bandas
know-
out. They
know-
bring the bandas
They had
out.
the bandas out
You
there
see?
too.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
they had a
you.
banda
there
like
too,
they had a
yeah.
banda for like a 30-minute set. Then it'll be DJ.
Right.
And then banda.
I jumped on the DJ.
I mean, yo, so that tailgate. So
One of the best ones.
I love that parking lot because it's huge.
Yeah.
It's gigantic, and so that opens up so much tailgating space. Christmas Tree Lane is great,
It needs to
It's
be
so
bigger.
small.
but it's
so
limited.
small.
There's
Yeah.
so there's only so much you could do there. But at Dignity Health, like that parking lot, man, bro, you could
We
put
gotta give
another
them that.
stadium out there.
Yeah, we gotta give them that.
Yeah.
You know
that's
what I mean?
true.
Like
So-
yeah, we got
so-
Tomahawks that day. Class
Tomahawk,
Azul shots. They were bringing us beer every. So of course the drinks, the food, carne asada, always a must. Just the environment, like it brings in like that day. The guys, he was a lot of friends planning the tailgate days prior. Like I said, they had banda, DJ,
Yeah.
banda,
They
DJ.
know what they're
banda.
doing out there.
They know
And
what
I
they're
think
doing.
that might also have to do with like experience.
Yeah.
Definitely,
You know.
they've been doing
The
it for a while.
tradition,
Yeah.
which is cute. Like it's really nice to know, like, oh, like this is something that my dad used to do, and now I'm doing it. I don't
I
have
thought
that,
you were gonna be
but
like, oh, that's cute.
that's
like, in,
cute.
Like, a diminutive.
No, like for real,
Yeah.
for real, cute.
Okay. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
also music.
Their
like,
team is cute.
Also music. The music has to be it has to be part of the team. So if it's in LA, I want to hear some YG. I want to
Yeah.
hear some Dre.
Gotcha. So in addition to the banda,
yeah.
we want some LA. We want some.
If I'm in
mid-season.
Oakland, I want to hear some E40.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Some
We're
Too
gonna go.
Short.
We're gonna be going to Oakland soon. So
Hey,
shout out to the
Bay
Roots. We'll be out there. We'll be out there.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want like whatever the state we're in, whatever city we're in.
You want it to be representative.
Yeah, I
of,
want to
Yeah.
hear local
Yeah.
music.
Bring the culture into it.
Yeah, and just the environment. Like I want people to this group talk to another group. Just bring that connection of we're here because of the game. Let's have fun.
Yeah. So Bridget, you mentioned you liked the SoFi episode, which I thought was pretty good too, because the fans were like really passionate.
Yeah.
But to me, that one was crazy because they didn't have any tailgating out there.
No?
They had no tailgating at all in
At
the
all.
parking lots. They had maybe like one or two, you had people who were like doing their thing, but they didn't allow tailgating at all at that parking lot. So for me, if that's going to be a World Cup venue, if we're going to be having World Cup games there, we need to open that up.
No, I've been to a football game. It was
Yeah. So I mean, there was but there wasn't like a centralized tailgating area.
Like
Yes.
where multiple
Which-
people could be
right.
doing
You know
it.
what I mean? So we think Dignity Health's parking lot's huge. That parking lot, bro, that should have its own
Dummy
zip code.
big.
Okay, so we talk about pregame atmosphere. What about postgame? What's the postgame vibes? We talked about the street dogs, those
Yes.
hot dog. You know what I mean?
Always.
so
That's a man,
LAFC after that LAFC game. It's a must to go to Chuperia. afterwards.
Chuperia.
Chuperia,
That's the
yeah.
spot. Nowhere else. Don't say anything else because that has to be the go-to spot.
Right.
The nachos, the tacos, the micheladas.
But they got bootleg tequila there.
But by the time you get out of the game, by the time
Bro, no, it does hit.
by the time you're out of the game, you're like half halfway
You
lit.
don't want the real stuff.
So-
Give me the watered down stuff.
So we were there.
No.
So the time. So you guys didn't realize that because y'all
No,
were.
it's-
You guys are already gone. I was working press that game, so I was not drinking during the game. So I came met y'all
First
after.
of all, I'm not gonna let you like bash my spot.
No, I'm not bashing it. I'm not bashing it.
It's not. It's good tequila. It's a lower alcohol.
No, it's not technically. It's tequila flavored sake.
Yes.
So it's infused. So it tastes like tequila, but it doesn't have that burn. So you guys were all like already like post LAFC game like cross-eyed. I was.
That sounds weird.
That doesn't sound like me.
I was in my
got a
work
whole
mode. You know what I mean? I was 100% sober. I took the shot, and I was like, "Yo, okay, like that tastes like that does not taste like tequila. I can taste the tequila flavor, but that's like I'm like 5 shots in already, and this shit is starting to taste smooth. You know what I mean? So this is my first shot, and I look at the bottle, and it says infused sake.
And they tell you that when you
Right,
buy it.
and so, but I was not privy to that information. I was just at the table.
You were
know
just
what I'm saying?
confused.
So I was
He's like,
liquor
what
license. It's
the
a liquor
fuck?
license.
It's a liquor license, yeah. But I will say the vibes, Chupadia. Shout out to them.
Immaculate.
Immaculate.
You went to go see the El
Micheladas.
Salvador Mexico game there. For
Dude, the watch parties there are great too. They have Angel City watch parties. They have LAFC watch parties. But I will say they need a parking lot because, bro, I was
You
driving.
got to Uber everywhere in LA.
Okay, money bags, bro. Come on now.
I just got a promotion. Look
Yeah,
at me.
Miss
God.
Promotion. I Uber.
I don't drive.
Uber XL everywhere. Uber
XL.
Black, bro. Come on, man.
Uber Black.
I don't need a man. I got my own money.
Anyway.
Yeah, look, she's trying to switch the subject.
Yeah, I
She's
know,
trying
right?
to switch the subject.
No, but back to what do you want when you go to a tailgate? Ramsey?
So for me, I love food. I love eating. I love cooking food. I love eating food. You know what I'm saying? Like I gained since the pandemic started. I gained like 15 pounds, bro. Like I'm not proud of it, but you know, like that's how it is.
It
That's
is
how
what it is.
It is what it is.
Right.
That's a reality. So, and me and Julio talk about this all the time. You know, we love eating, bro. Like food is like it's a miracle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about like eating food, bro,
And
like,
trying new food.
you know what I mean? Like animals, like they have to eat food to survive. I eat food to provide myself enjoyment. You know what I
Enjoyment.
mean?
Shout out ducks.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like how privileged
Yeah.
are we to
To
you
be
know
able
what I
to
mean?
have
To
that.
be able to enjoy our food and not just eat it to be able to survive. You know what I'm saying? So like to me, food is a blessing. And so like you said, I mean that tomahawk steak bro, at that tailgate. You know what I mean? Like,
Crazy.
so good carne asada, instant. That's an instant A+. You know, you get a good grade. I can't get mad if you're just cooking out, you know, the burgers and the hot dogs. I can't get mad at that. That's like a C+.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
basic.
mean? Like I can't get
Like
mad
you didn't
at
really
that.
try.
Right, and I'm not paying for this. You know what I mean? Like you're putting on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I'm not hosting it, you know, if I'm at someone else's tailgate and I'm not gonna complain.
No, you're gonna
as long as they
eat.
don't burn the burgers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't say no to free food.
Right, exactly. So like to me, that's just okay. That's like the bare minimum standard. You know what I mean? But you gotta have some kind of good food for me. That's
Yeah.
like number one. The music, the vibes and stuff, that comes secondary. But if you got good food, you got good drinks, you know, that's a good tailgate. That's
Yeah.
a good tailgate. You can be playing Big Sean. You know, you know what I mean? Like no,
What do you have against Big Sean?
come on, like medium Sean, like that should be his name. Julio, are you Big Sean fan?
He got Gene.
Oh,
Janae
And
Yeah.
No, I'm not a big fan, but his first song was with
What's
Chris
that?
Brown.
Hands up in the air. That one? That's whack. Anyway.
All right, Kanye West, relax.
For
Anyways.
real.
Oh, shoot. That was violating. That was bad. I don't agree with what Kanye said about him, but I will say he was kind of right. You know? But anyways, that's to me.
Shout out to Big Sean. Don't listen to his hater.
Food is one, music is two, or vibes are, I would say vibes
Okay.
are two, and then music is important, but not essential to a good
You
time.
gotta have music. In
It's
food.
not. It's
I
not
feel like
essential.
if you
have
bring
good
the
vibes and
food-
good food, you don't need good music.
No, but if you have the good food and the good music, that brings the vibes.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. But so you don't need good music to have good vibes, but you need good vibes to have good music, right? So the vibes are more important.
No, because
You can have
if
good
you
vibes
have
without good
music,
music.
you don't have to talk to people. Like
The
you
music
just be.
sets
We
the
don't have
vibe.
music
Yeah.
playing right now. There's good vibes in this room.
No, the music
It's
sets the
'cause-
vibes.
Yeah, the
The
music does
sets
set
the vibes if there's no good vibes to start with. The music can create
No,
good
like,
vibes.
No, vibes are it's a vibration. It's what you feel based on the environment
don't
you're a
need
part
music.
of,
You
and
don't
you
need
need
music.
music to create that.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
You're
It helps.
gonna tell me you're
It
gonna be at a
helps.
tailgate
If-
just eating with no music playing?
with
You
with
know
my
what type of
friends.
night you're gonna have once you're here to the night. Shout out to the 99s and 2000s, Cash Money. Once you hear that, you know, like, all right,
Yeah.
we can have a great night.
I don't disagree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you guys because I think music is a very important part to the vibe.
Yes.
But it's not 100%. It's like 90% essential. You can have great vibes without good music. It's hard. I don't doubt this. It's hard, but it's possible.
I guess
Music's
we
important.
have to test this
It's
out.
important. I'm not
We're gonna
saying
have
it's
to
not
test this out.
Yeah, we'll test it out.
The next tailgate, we'll rank the tailgate sections based off of that.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. So I think this is a good place to leave off of. Unless do you guys have anything else that you want to put out there? Anything to plug or what?
Anything to plug? Do you? Dodgers, they're having their first ever Salvadorian Heritage Night.
Shout out to the Salvadorians.
Hey,
out there.
shout out
I
to
know.
Carlos for putting that together.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I met
And
Carlos.
Guatemalan Heritage Night.
Guatemala
Oh, you did meet
too. I
him.
met Carlos on Tuesday.
Yeah. He's out here putting it,
Yeah, shout
putting
out to
things
him.
out for his community.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Julio
That's
will
going to be a
there.
vibe.
I didn't get the invite to the game, which was, a little
You didn't
bit,
invite him?
It was a little bit concerning, because
He's not Salvadorian.
But
I'm
he's an
not
ally.
Salvadorian.
He's
Oh yeah, we'll find. If he wants to go, we'll find him a ticket. I think I can make a few calls.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that-
I don't want to
I
be
know
in
somebody
places,
that knows
I know
somebody.
somebody that knows somebody.
I
that
don't want to
knows
be in places
somebody.
where I'm not wanted. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna have like six
So
pupusas to eat.
if I don't get the initial invite, cool, bro.
You don't
guys-
wanna be
I've
there?
been to thousands of Dodger games, bro. Come on.
Okay.
I've been to thousands, maybe not hundreds, tens. You know
I've
what I
been
mean?
to like handful.
I've been to a handful of Dodger games, bro. You've been to Dodger Stadium once. You've been there enough times.
Enough times. The
Go
micheladas
try
are
the
fire.
glizzy real quick.
Yeah, $20 micheladas.
The,
No, they're like 30 now. I'm
yes.
like,
They're not $30.
it's like 25.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You gotta
but
get the
they're
plastic
fire.
bottle.
They're big though. They're big though.
They are big, and I love them though. I
You
always
gotta-
get one.
You gotta get the shooters in a plastic bottle. Put it in your pocket. When you go through the security, they don't know you have it on.
We gotta bleep this too because Julio's making
Clearly.
it hot. For those of us who've been clearly doing, because
Throwing out
he was
all the
putting that out there
secrets.
like it was like some secret, bro. Get
Like-
out of here, man. People have been doing that for years, trying to put us on game on shooters.
You might be having an alcohol problem. Like,
Yeah,
All right,
yo,
let's end
dude.
this here because I think it was a good episode. Bridget,
thank you so much.
Thank you for
Bridget.
having me again. I
You know,
appreciate y'all.
I was making jokes earlier that we just let anybody on this show, but you're part of the Urban Pitch family.
I am.
You know,
I am.
You have never written a story on the site. You never really contributed much to the site, but
Vibes.
she brings
I
the
am-
vibes.
I am
she
the
brings the
vibes.
additional
Yeah.
perspective. You know what I mean? So, Bridget, thank you so much for joining the show.
Yeah, of
Julio,
course.
as always, it was good. It was a good time.
We out here. We do
Always
it.
a good
We're out
time.
here. We're out
I
here.
appreciate y'all.
We got plenty of things going on in the pipeline. We got more guests coming in. We got more solo shows lined up. So, big thank you to everybody who's listening, everybody who's commenting, everybody who's sending messages. We're gonna keep this pushing. We're gonna keep, we got, like I said, we got more stuff in the pipeline coming forward here. So keep it tuned in, keep it tapped in. We're going to wrap things up here. I'm Ramsey Abushala, editor of UrbanPitch.com, Julio Monterosa, director of Vibes, Brigitte Flores, executive director of Vibes. That's
my
a self-appointed title.
Yes.
Self-appointed.
We're gonna put it in there.
Julio's not approved of that, but we're
It's
just
pending. It's
pending.
pending.
We gotta talk to John.
John would agree. John would agree.
Pending CEO approval.
Yeah, pending CEO approval. But appreciate y'all for watching. Keep it tapped in. We got more stuff coming up. But until then, we'll see you next time.
Do.